Remember the track Good Vibrations? You know, that #1 hit that propelled Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch to superstardom? Well, we all know what Mark's been up to these days as a 2-time Oscar nominee and producer, but what about the Funky Bunch? We chatted 90s nostalgia with the group and heard about their new single. It's been 28 years since then 20-year-old Marky Mark, who now goes by Mark Wahlberg, and the Funky Bunch gave us that rhythmic 1991 hit, Good Vibrations, which reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about that time, what goes through your mind immediately?
Excitement. We were young, we were 18, 17 years old, and when the song came on the radio, I mean, me and Terry actually jumped out the cab, ran around the cab and was like, whoa, it's on the radio. So it was that set the tone for the rest of the touring because it just made it so real for us. And being from inner city streets, we didn't expect it to be that big either. And then before you know it, we're in Europe with New Kids, opening up for them.
The success of Good Vibrations and its follow-up Wild Side, a top 10 Hot 100 hit, helped the group's debut album, Music for the People, sell more than 1 million copies in the United States.
All because Zanny took a hit on the wild side.
It's a lot to handle right away, because it's, it went from just, okay, we're doing our thing, to bam. How do you handle that?
I think we just went with the flow. I mean, it's overwhelming at first, but it became consistent, so you got used to it. It was an amazing feeling.
And let's talk about working with Sisqó on the new single, absolutely. How did that even happen? How do you all cross paths there?
His manager, Kevin Peck, knew my mentor, Keith Ingram. So they sent it to Sisqó. Sisqó said, I'm in. What I gotta do, I'm in. I love it. And boom, when he got on that record, it just became another animal.
We're looking at these mid-90s to early 2000s artists that are coming back in a big way and touring now. Why do you think it's now that everyone really wants that feel?
Man, it's like Woodstock, I guess. Because back in the day, Woodstock was this big thing. They brought all the bands and everything together. So the nostalgia was what that generation was about. So our generation wants the same exact thing in nostalgia.